Okay, so I was not really gonna do anything like this because for one, I never have. But there's a couple YouTubers I watch that kind of do like community reactions and whatnot to comments and videos they made and whatnot. And my video is getting a lot of traction, and there's obviously a lot of talk online about Matt Lafleur right now. So I thought, why not? Let's have some fun. Let's do something a little bit different here. Go through some of these comments that were left. Some are, actually have some actual like meat to an argument, and some people are just flat out like rude. And so like we're gonna call people out that you don't leave an argument. You just want to name call. I don't give a crap if you want to name call, but the fact that you don't even want to leave an argument, you just want to name call and be like, okay, well I have no arguments. I'm just gonna name call because you're wrong, I'm right. It's bullshit. That's all it is. That's all it is. So let me pull this up here real quick. I'm gonna go down to the right hand corner for me. As you can see on the left side of the video, I literally just titled "I hate Matt Lafleur." That's all I titled the video. And I got again, there's I think like 32 comments here and whatnot. So we're gonna kind of start down on the bottom. Again, some I kind of responded to, like Asia here was just kind of saying hi from the stream because I posted this, I don't know, half an hour after our stream on Sunday, which again, very grateful for. That was just so much fun. And so that's obviously that's from literally right after. But again, throughout the days, people have seen this video. This has actually, let me pull it up on my phone because I can tell you, I think it has like 500 views right now, and the likes and dislikes are actually split. It's about, I think there's actually more dislikes than there are likes. Let me go ahead. I don't know if I can see that on here. Dang it. Dang it. It doesn't show me. Can I look at likes? Oh no, there's 8 likes. I think there's like 10 dislikes or something. Maybe 11 right now. So again, we'll I'm just gonna click on one thing. Let me just kind of see if I can. Nope. If I go to the video, does it actually show me, or does this YouTube? I don't know. YouTube does. YouTube's okay, but there's right now there is about it's 478 views here, so it's a pretty dang good ratio for the fact that basically a 500 view video has got me like 30 some comments in total. Now again, some of them are like me replying to people and whatnot, but there's some people in here that are replying to other people as well. So again, I don't know how long this video is going to be. I just kind of want to go through some of these, just again, kind of talk about some of these. And I loved Duper for this. So I'm not the biggest baseball fan in the world, and obviously, again, people who watch way more baseball than me can correct me. But basically, Greg Counsell was who the Brewers just fired this past season. He was the Milwaukee Brewers head coach, and from what I know, is basically like he just got to the wild card round of the baseball playoffs, and then they'd always get bounced like round one. And he's been their coach for 8 years, I want to say, and before he just got fired, I think it was last year. And then again, the Brewers just made the wild card and just got bounced again this year with their new head coach. But but basically that point is basically really good regular season. They've won the division a couple times while Craig Counsell was the head coach, but it doesn't lead anywhere into the postseason. And that's kind of my point here is we've had all this regular season success with Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers. And again, we're going to talk the whole 6 years that Matt Lafleur has been head coach. There's a comment coming up that's we're going to talk about, but we're going to talk about the whole 6 years, not just a certain time frame in recent history. But basically, again, like I love this. So again, he's just basically had like the same amount of success. No rings, which I mean the Brewers don't even have any rings at all. Like at least we as Packer fans have 4 rings, so yeah, we can hold our hat onto that. We just won one in 2010, which is 15 years ago already, which is insane. Or I'm sorry, 2011, excuse me, 2010 season. But yeah, basically like the Brewers just never really did that, or they never really did anything, and it's always just kind of been like regular season been decent and then fall apart instantly. Yeah, this guy here, Bobby Wobbleneck, says he was calling for Craig's job 5 years ago and stopped. Yeah, announced calling one of the best coaches in baseball. Again, okay, we'll kind of read through this, but yeah, so that's kind of how Matt Lafleur is too. Like he's considered one of the best geniuses in the game of the football right now, of NFL football, but he hasn't done much. Best pitching rotation. Again, you can say like best pitching rotation is basically like QB. He's had one basically extraordinary QB that won back-to-back MVPs. Like, that's 55 years and couldn't get out of the first round. Again, we got out of the first round with Aaron Rodgers a couple times under Matt Lafleur, but we'll talk about this later too. I keep saying this. How many times did Aaron Rodgers change the play at the line of scrimmage in the huddle because he didn't like Matt Lafleur's play call? Jordan Love is way younger. He's not going to do that as much. So, that's like, I don't know his play style. I'm not friends with Aaron Rodgers. I don't know him at all. So I would love to ask him and be like, hey, what, average percentage? Like, was 50% of the calls you hated and you were changing it? We may never know. There might be an interview out there and I just don't remember. But I would love to someday if I could. That'd be the one question I would ask him. Bad cause. Watch this players. I had to speak up. Watch game. It's always too late, too early. Never focus on the offense. Again, this is it never changes the offense for Matt Lafleur. So yeah, I understand that. Like I get this. Like we'll go ahead and do my normal thing here of liking that. But yeah, like it's kind of just. Again, kind of same thing. Just basically regular season success. Vikings fan over here. There, unlike that. This guy replied happy. He's still happy. Which again, if you're a Vikings fan, you had no, expectations to go, 14 wins this year. But you won the same amount of playoff games as we did. Come on over here and join us on the couch. It's okay. Here's my mod, Kellen. Is he blind? They confused Jaden Reed's number with Dobbs. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! He's attacking Jaden Reed. You don't attack Jaden Reed. Yeah, jump on the bandwagon here. Yeah, I'm gonna lead us. I'll lead us if I have to. I will stand front and center like Kings used to do back in the day when they were conquering other civilizations, other cities. I will stand right up front with my sword and shield and be the first one to charge in. Maybe I'm on a horse. I don't know. And I will charge in there and I will lead the way to victory because one of these days he will get really exposed and the Packers front office is going to be like, oh, shoot, we're never going to win a Super Bowl with him. I could, yes. Maybe I'll be a better coach. Maybe I'll start working my way and try to, work my way through the programs to become a coach of the Packers one day. I don't know. Sparty Joe, this guy was hopped in for my stream. Thanks, Joe. It was a really good stream. I enjoyed the hell out of that stream. He says, I like. It's supposed to be Matt. He's a good coach. It's not his fault the players made mistakes. Love will grow from this, and so we'll read Dobbs getting hurt. Last night killed us as well. All will be well. Relax. And again, I understand this. Again, there's two sides to every coin, right? There's a lot of people out in the internet. You go Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, I'm sure Facebook, you probably go on like Snapchat or something and find like pro and anti Matt Lafleur stuff or, pro and anti Packer stuff for, how we're all doing and everything. There's pro and anti Jordan Love stuff everywhere. People still don't want Jordan Love as our QB1 right now. There's there's a lot out there. But again, I get it. And I'm not saying it's all his fault. But I'm saying that nothing has really changed since he's come in 2019. Nothing has really changed. Nothing has gotten better. technically we've gotten worse because we basically got swept by the NFC North this year, and we're one blocked field goal away from being 0-6 in the division. So technically we did get worse in our division and this year overall, even though we had 11 wins. But it's like I understand people are they're gonna go like this, like our top 3 wide receivers got hurt. What are you supposed to do when our top 3 wide receivers get hurt? What do you do? Like, I get it. Like, I totally understand. Players don't execute. I get that. Like, we're gonna talk about TJ Slayton a little bit because I believe someone brought up penalties and whatnot, and someone brought up culture. I could even mention it in there, but what TJ Slayton did was basically after the play and basically just like slammed the guy on the ground after the whistles were blowing. It's like you're a 3-year vet and you're doing that. Like, that's not okay. That's discipline. Discipline comes from the coaches. Penalties come from the coaches. You should not be having 8, 9, 10 penalties in a playoff game where you're a big underdog and you want to try to advance. That does not look good. Play calling does not look good. You can trickle down and be like, okay, this player to this player to this player to that. And yes, sometimes it's on them. Them not being able to catch the ball with their hands. With their hand. You see this. 2 hands. Catch. Like that. Well, not like, I don't have. Caught my phone. 2 hands. There you go. That's like that. I understand it is, not 100% on coaching. That's on the players and whatnot. Stuff like that. Injuries are not on coaches. And sometimes they're not even on the players because it can be a non-contact injury like Christian Watson. That man is not built for the NFL. I'm sorry. I am solely giving up on him because every year he has not had one full season with us and he's been hurt and his legs are just killing him every single year. So I get it. It's not all on the coaches. It's not all on Matt Lafleur. But there's a lot of, discipline, penalties, play calling. There's a lot of it that's like, hey, you're not helping the team. So there's that. PC, I think PCP. Why I don't know. Matt Lafleur is a good guy and a good coach. I don't think he's built for big games, and I think he is soft and play callings are weak sometimes. And this is it. He's not. There is a stat floating around right now. Matt Lafleur is 23-24 against teams above 500. Now, I want you to remember, when I say above 500, that could be a 2-1 team. Those 23 wins could be a 2-1, a 3-2. They could be early on in the season. So the fact that, again, we got swept by the Lions, we got swept by the Vikings, who were both way better teams, way more disciplined, yada, 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 coaching, play calling, everything. They were above 500, and obviously that accounts to our loss total, so that the 24 above 500. But he's not built for a good game. He's not built for a tough game. He's built for these games that just are average teams or bad teams. That's why we have 10, 11, 12 win seasons every year, is because now we're starting to finish second and third in the division, which means we don't have to play the very tippity top like the number ones in each division does. So that helps boost the records. That helps make things look better. And when you have worse teams, your play calling looks better. You look like a genius calling amazing, like weird plays against mid-tier, low-tier teams. So, yes, I totally agree with this. Totally 100% agree with this. He's not built for the big games. He's not. He's not built for the playoffs. Something like this, like, really? Like, I don't know if that's – he doesn't even clarify if that's to me, if he's calling me a tool, or if he's calling Matt Lafleur a tool. Like, come on. Like, why? This is one of the things that's just BS. Like, really? That's all you say? Why don't you be clear? If you're making fun of me, explain yourself. Don't just be like, oh, what a tool. Who are you talking about, buddy? Who are you talking about, Ray? Come on. Team needs a wide receiver 1. Pass rusher idiot. Wait, what? Team needs a wide receiver 1, big time pass rusher, and then I think he's calling me an idiot. Okay. 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 What? I don't know what. Do we need a wide receiver one? Yes, we do. We need someone that can stay healthy too. We need a wide receiver one that can stay on the field because clearly none of our wide receivers can. And again, that's not always their fault. Injuries happen and whatnot. But your wide receivers go down in a big game like they did against the Eagles, like you're cooked. So you can have a pass rusher. We had a great defense. Our defense played out of their minds against the Eagles until the second half, and then that's because they're getting tired because they're constantly on the field. We just I understand we need a wide receiver one, we do, but Jordan Love threw over the middle interception, and he apparently didn't even see the linebacker right over the middle. What's a wide receiver one gonna do there? Do we need one? Yes. Hell yes, we need one. 1,000% we need a wide receiver one. But when you have, Jordan Love and, Jordan Love is just going to throw an interception over the middle when your wide receiver one is on the, the far left-hand side of the field running a streak route or something. What's a wide receiver one going to do in that situation? And that's not Jordan Love, right? But that's, coaching as well. It's hey, maybe you should be paying attention. But Jordan Love has shown shine, and he has shown that, there's rainy days too. Every, the really greats don't have that mmany rainy days, but every quarterback has a rainy day, has a couple rainy days. So, we need one, yes. But, we also got to look and be tell Jordan Love, hey, don't throw over the middle when, that's not your wide receiver one. And, don't give the ball to the other team when we're trying to drive to take the lead or tie the game or put points on the board. It's, make sure you know where you're throwing, But again, I've got to get off topic and going on Jordan Love tangent. But big time pass rusher, yes, we have no pass rush at all against the Eagles. That was absolutely. We really had no pass rush the final couple games. Even against the Bears, we were struggling to really get pass rush too. So yeah, a Max Crosby type of guy, I would totally love. Something like that. We'll see. I don't know what they're gonna do. We do have a decent chunk of money that we can put into players now because now we're not paying Aaron Rodgers $1 trillion, or we're not paying Bakhtiari or Adams. We're not paying all these big time stars a lot of money. So we'll see what they want to do. If they want to give Max Crosby a big type of contract, we'll see. But yeah, I think that's a big need is definitely pass rush. Okay, so this one here, you got to put some good criticism and some bad criticism in here. But I want to talk about this man's calling all of you out too. This man says all Packer fans are fair weather fans. Alex Young. Oh, come on. No, stop it. Doesn't want me to. Packer fans are all fair weather fans. He's calling everyone out. He says we're all fair weather fans. He says we're not allowed to criticize. We're only allowed to be happy and talk good about our team. We can't criticize them at all. He says we're all fair weather fans. What do you expect? The number one defense versus an insanely injured offense with way less experience, not at home. Why does not at home matter? I don't know. I don't know why that matters at all. We've seen in the playoffs, go back to 2020, home field advantage, number one seed. What did at home get us? Nothing. We lost to the Bucs. We're going to calm down. We're going to read the rest of this. Y'all never have any good things to say about nobody unless it's Aaron Rodgers. With all the good Matt Lafleur has done with this team, and you only see the minuscule bad things that have happened. He's never won a Super Bowl. How is that minuscule? He has never won a Super Bowl. He is, what is he, I don't know, 5-6 in the playoffs or something? I'm going to pull real quick. I want to pull up his playoff record because I don't know that off the top of my head. 3-5. What? Oh my God. No. Nah. He's 3-5 in the playoffs. No, okay. You're telling me, Alex, You would prefer a regular season merchant who is 3-5 in the playoffs, and that's minuscule. That's a minuscule bad thing. That's a tiny thing not to worry about. You would prefer 13, 14 win seasons every year in the regular season and then get bounced round one in the playoffs. That's what you would prefer. That's what you would prefer. You don't care how this team looks like in the playoffs. You don't care how bad the play calling is. Oh, they're winning games. They're 13-win team. They're second in the division because, Lions have to be like 17-2. You would prefer a 3-5 playoff record as long as you have 13 to 14 win seasons. Oh my God, Alex. Oh my God. How is that a minuscule thing to think about? How is that a minute? No. And by the way, you're not a Packers fan because there's Jordy love. There's still people that love Devontae Adams and want him back. I mean, there's a little bit of, David Bakhtiari love because that man, off the court or off the field is amazing. People love to, chug beers with them and whatnot at sporting events. There's a lot out there. Donald Driver, if you're from Wisconsin, oh my God, I love Donald Driver so much. He's my all-time favorite wide receiver. He's not the best ever, but I grew up with Donald Driver. He's the best. He's so just amazing. Matt Lafleur. I'm sorry, Matt Flynn. Excuse me. Matt Flynn is a legend in this state. He's a legend in this community. Don't be saying there is not another person we do not talk good things about besides Aaron Rodgers. People hate Aaron Rodgers in this community. You're not going to say we only talk good things about Aaron Rodgers because there's so many people that just wanted him gone. Do not say you are a Packers fan because I clearly are not. I mean, you're calling all of us fair weather fans, but you know what? He's probably a Vikings fan. He's probably a Lions fan. First time winning in 70 million years. And, the Lions actually have a chance to go to the Super Bowl for the first time ever. And, he's probably a Lions fan that's just like, oh, my God, look at what they have over there. Look at what they've had for so long. Oh, no. Do it not. This, come on. Come on. This, dude, no. Don't even say at home. You made a good point here. You lost me at this. You don't say that. And I don't believe Eagles are actually the number one defense. I would have to statistically check. I don't know that though. They might be up there though. They're probably decently up there. I would say probably top 5. I don't know if they're the best. Maybe he's an Eagles fan. Maybe he's a biased Eagles fan going, number one defense. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know this guy at all. I'm not going to click on his channel, but I'm sure he probably doesn't even have any videos. So we're going to move on. But again, whatever. Bad criticism. It's whatever. It is what it is. All right. Todd Sam Jr. says he needs to be fired immediately. He only has had 6 years to prove himself and keeps falling short. He's wasted Rodgers' last years with the Packers and has cursed us to lose so many games with his god-awful play calling. We were one finger away from going 0-6 in the division, and our best win all year was against the injured Texans team. This man is speaking facts. And this season specifically, and he's speaking facts about, again, I'm talking 6 years. Here we go. 6 years. 6 years. 6 years. 6 years. We're not talking about just this year. They're not. A lot of people are thinking of, a lot of people now, you go online and people are talking about, well, he has the youngest offense ever. What did he do with Aaron Rodgers? He didn't have the youngest offense ever with Aaron Rodgers. We had the number one offense in 2020, I want to remind you guys. We had one of the best offenses I've ever seen from a Packers team that year, and we still fell short. Do not act like, we wasted Rodgers. We did. I got nothing. This man, this man's going crazy. This man, it's just, He's right. He's so right. I absolutely love it. We're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna go ahead. I totally agree with that. Totally, totally. Now this one here, I saw this, and this one was kind of made me kind of think of, hey, let's actually make a video on this. Because I actually kind of like this. This was actual real criticism. With it, and again, this is short term though. This guy talks about the short term. So he says, Devil P Gaming. D Devil. I don't know. He says, I think it's insane to put all that on Matt Lafleur's shoulders. He's taken two of the youngest teams in NFL history to the playoffs. That is factually correct, though. That is factually correct. This year and last year. So this year's team is only older by a year compared to last year's team, obviously, because we all get older. We're all humans. We all grow older. We can't rewind and whatnot. So this man has taken the two youngest teams in the NFL history to the playoffs. I understand that. I don't know how you expect anything to get done on offense with the interior line so injured and missing wide receivers 1 to 3. I think we only had one injury on our O-line against the Eagles, which is one starter. I will say it's one starter. It's one starter, okay? Before you get mad at me. But I think we only had one injury on the O-line. So this is not, but again, missing wide receivers 1 to 3. They all got, 2 and 3. Well, okay. I like Jaden Reed as 1. So we're going to say 1 and 3 got injured in the game. 2 got injured last week against the Bears. This team has a bright future and one of the best coaches in the league. I totally disagree. Does this team have a bright future? If they can be disciplined, if they can, discipline with the penalties, if they're scheming, if the coaches are scheming right, the defense I think can be really good. Jeff Hafley, the 1 year we've seen him, I did enjoy his defense this year. He definitely has helped us out. But then all of a sudden our offense has gotten worse this year. So I don't know what to think about the future of this team because suddenly our offense is looking way worse than it was last year. And it's still, I am 99% sure Matt Lafleur is the one calling the offense right now. So I don't know, or at least he's the final say for the offense. So I don't know if he goes out and gets an offensive coordinator that actually calls plays, or he elevates someone on his roster to call plays. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sold on his coaching style at all. I don't like his style. It is, I was a West Coast, I believe it's called, a West Coast style, which basically he got from Kyle Shanahan being under that tree. He's been all over. He's been, Dan Quinn, right? He was under Dan Quinn in Atlanta. Kyle Shanahan. I don't know who else right now, but he basically, he was with Matt Ryan when Matt Ryan went to the Super Bowl and had an MVP year. He's under Kyle Shanahan, who I'm a little more iffy now because there's actually a lot of Niners fans that really don't like Kyle Shanahan now. And I didn't see it at first, but now I'm kind of starting to see it with his play style. And it's Matt Lafleur is kind of getting that from him too. So it's possible. This is possible. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with that at all. The best coaches are still in the playoffs right now. Well, let me not say that because I don't know who's the Texans. Oh, my God. I can't remember the Texans head coach off the top of my head. But this is his first or second year as a Texans coach. So he's doing, he got the Texans to the playoffs in his second year, which I think is pretty good. But he's not one of the best coaches ever. But, like an Andy Reid, which someone did mention. We'll talk about Andy Reid later on because someone did mention him. But I don't know. I really don't know. Now, again, injuries, yes, that's not on him. That's not fully on him. I kind of, in the video, I didn't specifically say I blame the injuries on him, but it's okay, I'm blaming a lot on Matt Lafleur. It's not 100% on Matt Lafleur. I would tell you that right now. It's not 100% on Matt Lafleur. Obviously, the players have to execute and whatnot, but discipline comes from the coaches, and that's a big thing. That's why we had 8-9 penalties against the Eagles that, helped basically just kill drives and help extend Eagles drives and whatever. So Here's Bobby again. Let me just kind of skim through this. What you say? Yes, the last year, but clearly they improved their roster and went backwards. Yes, I was just kind of talking about this. The offense did. The offense did. Not just a lot. I mean, yeah. He did not have his team mentally prepared for any. He did not. Yep, he did not. The only reason they were in the game is because both teams built up a lead and ran out of time. When it mattered in the first or fourth quarter, they were clearly manhandled. Yes. That first half of basically like every game, they just get manhandled, and it's suddenly like, oh yeah, by the way, we have a game we have to play. No fact for coaches in the fourth quarter. No fact to coaches first and fourth quarters will tell you wins. They failed. Opening drives always ended up being solved by penalties and drops. Yeah. Okay. There's so much here. Doesn't work. They're playing zone. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna go too much in on Jeff Hafley. Again, it's his first year. I didn't do a Matt Lafleur video his first year. All I said was, hey, I don't like this play style currently. Let's move on and see what he can do, 2 to 3 years down the line. We're 6 years into Matt Lafleur now. So now it's time to start criticizing him. Obviously, we don't have like Jair out there on defense and whatnot, which we had a lot of injuries on defense. Rashawn Gary regressed and was kind of like MIA for most of the year. Matt Stills have prevented the drop balls, false starts, holding penalties, undisciplined, and late contact, hits, fumbles. Yes, they're sitting out there dead. Yes, 1,000%. Yes. Again, basically discipline. Basically discipline is what I'm talking about. All the criticism. Joe says all the criticism. Matt Lafleur, the same thing people say about Andy Reid. 1,000% wrong. Andy Reid. First of all, if you want to compare Andy Reid to Matt Lafleur, you have to compare Eagles Andy Reid to Matt Lafleur because Andy Reid did not win a Super Bowl there. Basically, you're saying basically like, hey, go to another team to win a Super Bowl. This is what that's what you got to say. Chiefs Andy Reid, no way. Matt Lafleur is 1,000 times worse than Chiefs Andy Reid. There is no way in hell I am comparing my head coach to a guy that's just won back-to-back Super Bowls. No way. No way, sir. How? No. Okay. Bobby's, a little harsh. Don't know football. Listen, I'll give this guy, this thing. But, like, he's not. I'm sorry. He's not compared. This right here. Really? Really? I'm delusional, and yet there's people agreeing with me. This son right here, too. Go find another team because you're wild. Excuse me? Tim and Jackson. You can't criticize your own team. You're not allowed to say anything bad about your own team. I hate this word. Oh, God. I'm going to, we're going to go through these. We're already 30 minutes in. I'm sorry. This is a longer video. There's a lot here. I hate this word. You can't be critical of anything. You can't contest anything. You can't say anything bad about anything. You can't, say, oh, that's not going to work. Why don't you try a different way? You can't do any of that nowadays. This world is so stubborn and so stupid. They don't know what they're talking about. You're allowed to criticize. You're allowed to. You don't have to agree with everyone. You don't. I know people don't agree with it. I've seen online. People love Matt Lafleur. They still want Matt Lafleur to be the head coach, right? I'm in the camp against him. There's people that are in the camp for him, okay? The fact that you can't be critical of anything is so stupid. Took one look at this guy and knew he was a clown. Yeah, okay. Okay, Jay. You got your hood up, sunglasses on. What are you doing like some sort of like gang pose or something like that? I'm sorry. I'm gonna back off. Now we're I'm getting I'm gonna calm down, okay? I'm gonna calm down. Yeah. There's no culture. The Wizard of Oz says there's no culture like Dan Campbell and Lions. And he, as in Matt Lafleur, always seems unsure of himself in tight games. To the point where it takes him out of the formula that got him the wins in the first place. uh-huh. Uh-huh. And again, I'm just like, hey, like I love that. I'm gonna, I'm gonna put that in because I gotta talk about that. Yes. Yes, the culture is absolutely bad here. You have people that don't want to play it. You have Jair is, missing stuff. He's like, okay, well, I'm probably gone because, I don't, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know what happens. Dobbs had a whole thing and they don't come out and tell us anything. We don't know how weird that culture is behind the scenes. And this guy, again, Wizard of Oz, 511, 100% facts. No idea what's going on. The culture is just absolutely terrible right now. Discipline is part of the culture. I keep going back to discipline, but it is. So 1000% agree. Dan Campbell has those guys ready to run through brick walls every single time they play. That's why they're putting up 40 and 50 points a game, and he can do it with practice squad because he'll be like, okay, you may be our second or third string tight end or running back or whatever, but you know what? You're still vital to this team because a lot of people get injured, and I'm going to figure you out, and you're going to be part of this team, and you're going to run through a brick wall just like the rest of them. So full-heartedly agree with this. Dan Campbell he knows what he's doing. Absolutely knows what he's doing. Swanee says Lafleur has gotten outclassed and outcoached in every big game except maybe Dallas last year. Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Again, you go to that Niners game the next week. Like what happened early in that game, what happened late in that game. They fell apart late in that game last year, the week after they just had a masterclass. You want to talk about a masterclass from Matt Lafleur? That's that Cowboys game. Absolute domination in that game. But then you can't carry that momentum over into basically a team that has killed us for the past decade in the playoffs. You can't carry that momentum over. We were in that game. We were never winning that. Well, we were winning that game, but mentally you could always tell that they were in that game with us neck and neck. And then they ended up, winning, and Jordan Love threw a pick six on the last, not a pick six, I'm sorry, a pick on the last drive of the game. So, yes, like Dallas, people are going to point out Dallas game, but give me another game besides that. I want people to give me another playoff game, another above 500 team that was later in the season where it's like, hey, masterclass Matt Lafleur just absolutely dominated and, looked like a genius play calling. I can't think of too many. I really can't think of too many. I don't know. Especially now, like this year specifically, didn't have really a masterclass game unless you count against mid and bottom tier teams. But, I don't. I want to know how he does against the top tier competition. So, Black Beauty Magnum says, I agree. Absolutely garbage play calls, ignorant. Yes, that's, good. There's a lot of anti-Matt Lafleur in this. And I could probably go, I could go on Twitter and find a thread about, all pro Matt Lafleur. And, we could talk about that. In fact, maybe I do. I don't really use Twitter at all, but I could probably do that. I could probably go on, Instagram, whatever, Reddit, Facebook, again, anywhere. You could probably, have people have chats, have group chats or whatever, or, just have a way to chat with people. There's going to be pros and cons to Matt Lafleur. So I could probably find easily some pro Matt Lafleur stuff. But again, you want to call me out, like whatever. I bet you this guy liked his own comment. Yeah, I'm sorry. You got all these people right here. Maybe it's all the same guy, just 3 different accounts. I don't know. I don't know. But there is some really good arguments in here. There's some really good, thoughts in here. I am all for people wanting to just be like, hey, I don't agree with you. Here's why I don't agree with you. But if you're just going to call me a clown and not even say, hey, I have no argument, and just call me a clown because you're an idiot and that's your life is to just, make fun of people online, that's not cool, man. That's not cool at all. I don't respect people like that at all. Again, you want to come to me and say, I don't like you because I disagree with how you see Matt Lafleur. A-okay. You give me reasons, A-okay. I respect you. I will respect anyone unless people are just clowning on the internet, being idiots on the internet. So I know, I'm sorry. This is a 40-minute video. I am so sorry. There's a lot of comments here. There's a lot I just want to talk about. Again, some pro and anti Matt Lafleur comments here in this video. Absolutely love that this is actually getting a lot of traction. I want to do a reaction to it. So longer video here. I don't know if I clean the house, if you're working or something, you want to just throw me on in the background. I probably should have talked about that in the beginning, but I'm going to wrap up here so it's not too much longer, but thank you all for watching. Again, there might be more comments here in the future, and maybe I'll do a part 2 if suddenly just a lot of people are commenting. I don't know. We'll see. But absolutely enjoyed the stream. I got my love of YouTube back. You're going to see a lot more variety of content. We're going to be coming back. I'm going to be calling out the Monster Hunter hater that says I don't know ball. I'm Monster Hunter. We're going to call him out next month or later this month or next month, depending on when I want to get that video out. We got playoffs this weekend. We got playoffs next weekend. We got, I'm not doing the Pro Bowl in 2 weeks. And then we got Super Bowl after that. So we got streams on the weekend. We got videos during the week. We're going to be having fun on this channel in 2025. We're going to be back on the grind. Obviously, we're on our way to 500 subscribers. We are 30 subs away. So if you made it all the way 41 minutes into this video and you like how, again, I give people a chance. If you want to subscribe, help me get to 500 by the end of the year. It would be greatly appreciated. But with that being said, I am out of here. Peace.